The Charles P. And last I left off, I have been working on the smokestacks, and there's actually many parts on the smokestacks. But anyway, I got most of the parts on there, the kit parts, and then now I'm starting working on the photo etch, which is little, I call little platform things that go on top here. Got them super glued down, and got to add a couple more photo etch onto it, and I'll be done with the smokestacks. But anyway, I had to glue them on, give it a more sturdy support for it to hold on, so I can put the photo etch on. Didn't have to fight it or anything like that. But anyway, there's that. There's one thing I'm going to do, and I was debating. May have to, supposed to paint and then put the decals on and then put the superstructure on. I'm going to forego that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the big turrets off. Everything else I'm just going to go ahead and put it all together, and then I'll take the deck decals, and what I'll do is if I need to put it in a place, I'm just going to cut them up into smaller pieces and decal them that way. Just be easier, and I'll get the paint will be uniformed, and all the parts will be on there, and that's what I want. I don't want to have too many parts loose, and then doing the sub assemblies, doing it that way. But anyway, I got the smokestacks almost done. So there's one other little part here, which is this part here with the little tiny little poles that you got to add to it, and ladders and all that. That goes on the side here. I'm going to try to work on that later today or tomorrow morning, and then we will continue on. I've learned when you do ship models and photo etch, you just do a little bit each day, and not put in a whole 8 hours on it. If you just do a little bit each day, before you know it, you got it built. But anyway, Charles P. is taking shape, so hopefully we'll get a little more done on that in the next day or two. The Canadair, last I left off, I took plastic putty here and puttied it one round, sanded it, went ahead and primered it just to see where I needed to go. Went back in with just another round of plastic putty. I think I need to go one more time, do a little sanding on it, and be ready to go. I think what I'm going to do is sand it. I'm going to primer it after I get off here, and then see where I look, and then hopefully one or two more sanding sessions, and be ready to primer and paint, and then I got to fix the landing struts. But anyway, no big deal. That'll take a couple minutes, and we'll be good to go on that. But anyway, Canadair is hopefully taking shape. The little rocket mouse, last I left off on it, I got it where it looks cool like that. I did get the arm mounted, and I got it to where it'll I like the not necessarily on the ring, but in a launch platform, so we are good to go on that, so it will work and everything. And I bent the poo out of it earlier because I dropped it and I kind of stepped on it, so I gotta take a heat gun and warp this thing back up just a little bit. But anyway, I haven't got the front. I got the front attached, but I ain't got it glued down yet because I wanted to get the correct movement of it, and went ahead and added some what are they called? They're not L brackets. Oh, they kind of are. I added that. I wanted to make a launch rail, and so I got them two cut down, glued down, and I'm going to add it's kind of like the V2, where it's got the little, not the V2, what's the Comet, when it's on the little dolly that it's on and it launches off. I want to have a little, you probably won't be able to see it. I'm just going to cut a little piece of styrene for like a little bed, so when the thing launches, it launched out with it. That's just something I've been thinking of. But anyway, I want to work on hydraulics, and I want to take some styrene tube. It's going to be something like that. So when you move this, the hydraulics will move something like that. But I got to figure out how to make it swivel on both ends, so when it goes up, it'll go down, it'll go up, go down. But anyway, I'm going to work on that probably this week, and I got to fix my thing. I was clumsy, dropped it, and stepped on it. You know, that's the first thing you do when you build models, is you like to drop it on the floor and walk all over it. But anyway, Little Rocket Mouse is taking shape. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. We are fiddling with the Little Rocket Mouse. We are sanding the nose of the Canadair, and the Charles P gets its smokestack. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.